Howdy everybody, it's Cheri and I'm back in the craft camper for another edition of Will It Crank. Alright, so this week we are going to dig into some of that Hobium yarn that I got earlier this week. I shared in a video, you can go check that out. I'll put the link in the description to that video. But yes, it's this Hobium Loren yarn. That's what we're going to try out. I don't know if you can see that very well. Yeah, there you go. It's got some really pretty colors in it. It's only 100 grams, 170 meters. It's 100% acrylic. I think it's going to be enough to make an adult size hat. We shall see. We'll see how it does in the Sentro 48. That's what we're going to use today. It's pretty soft, guys. It's a little softer than like a big twist. It's got a nice feel to it. It isn't as thick or stiff as like, and I love this yarn brand, but it's soft. It says it's a 3 weight. I beg to differ. I think it's a 4, but we'll see how it does. Stay tuned. I have my machine all clamped down and ready to go. I don't believe I checked. I don't think there's a sensor pull on this, so we're just going to do an outside pull on it. But let's get this cast on and see how it does. So I should be doing a weight video because this is the first time I've ever used these, and I want to show you what happens. It does seem to be helping, but when the weight, and maybe I could do it the other way, but it hits the these screw places. As it's going lower, it's not hitting as much, but it does kind of bang into it. So it's rocking the camper. I also wanted to give you an update. Once the weights get down, once the tube gets knitted a little bit farther, I'm about 20 rows in, it no longer hits these little screw areas. I don't know what I want to call them, but the places where the machine is actually put together. Now it's hanging down and it's not an issue. And they seem to be helping, guys. I wish I would have ordered these a long time ago. I got them on Amazon. Okay, are you ready for the verdict? It's gorgeous. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. But I only had enough to do about 112 rows, so it is definitely a beanie, not a brimmed hat. Unless you're going to give it to a child. It would work for a child's hat, but it would work also for an adult hat. Yeah, like it would work for a little kid's hat if you want to do it brimmed. It's pretty. I like it a lot. Isn't that pretty? It smells nice. It's pretty. Here, let me try it on. Uno momento. Actually brimless. It's not too tight. It's got a lot of stretch in it. Yeah. Let me see how it does for shape-wise. I'll take it back off, put my other hat back on, and we'll see how, if it holds its shape or if it loses its shape. As you can see, it does the little bell at the bottom after you try it on, which is normal if you have a thicker yarn. Little tip, grab it from the top and smack it on something and it reshapes it. But yeah, it's nice. I like it, but a couple things. First off, it took me forever to get this yarn. Secondly, you would have to have multiple skeins of it, and I have to look up. Let me look up how much it costs. Let me do that, because the thing is, I do not remember. I should have brought this out here with me. But it only had, what did it have? It had 170 meters, which is like 185 yards. And it's just not enough to make a full size, like a real brimmed adult hat, which I kind of thought maybe, but you never know with yarn. You really never know. Okay, so I pulled the order up. Y'all would be like really alarmed with me if you knew how much I spent for this order. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be fully transparent. This skein of yarn, this 185 yard skein, was only $3.54. And that is gorgeous yarn. I mean, that's gorgeous. It has a nice sheen, I love the colorway. We'll rate it out here in just a minute. But my total was like $38 for 3 skeins. But this was only $3.54. My shipping was $30. And let me preface this by saying, I was just testing some of their yarn because if you do a large order on Hobium, it's free shipping. So if you do like 250 or more, it's free shipping. So I thought, well, maybe I'll try out some of their yarn. And in the meantime, I've tried lots of ice yarn since I've got this. And I kind of prefer how quickly I can get stuff shipped, even though ice yarn is a little bit pricier as well in terms of shipping, because it all comes from Turkey. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's rate this out. You guys like that colorway? Have you ever ordered on Hobium? I'd love to hear if you have. So I would say for softness, I'm going to give it, it's not super rough. I like the feel of it. I'm going to give it a 3. I like it. I like it. Okay, for color, I'm giving it a 5 because I really love the color. I love the quality of the yarn too. For wholesale prices, if the shipping wasn't so darn expensive and you got more in a skein, yeah, it's nice. It's nice, hardy yarn. It is reminiscent to me of, I love this yarn brand from Hobby Lobby. Maybe not as stiff, just a little softer. But it is definitely not a 3. It's for sure a 4-weight, even though they say a 3. Okay, crankability, I'm only giving it a 2. This is the thing. This was fun for me because this is the first time that I've ever used these weights. I got these on Amazon. Guys, where have these been all my life? If you have a troubled yarn that's giving you fits, you got to get yourself a set of these. I don't remember how much they were. I'll put them in my Amazon shop thing. So you can see, I'll put the exact ones that I ordered. But I was waiting and waiting. I thought, I don't know. These worked great. I didn't get any tucks, no drops. It was still hard to crank though. So I'll give it a 2. The machine didn't pop at all with the weights on there. So the weights are magic, guys. I think they are magic. Okay. So a 2 for crankability. And overall loveliness, I'm going to give it a 3. I'm going to give it a 3. Yeah. Yeah. If it was a little easier to get, I'd probably rate it a little higher. But, since you have to, since you have to do a large order to like for it not to be, because on ice it's not comparable. Like their shipping charges on Hobium are more. They kind of force you to do a larger order. But I don't know, if you're wanting a larger order, you can make some really pretty stuff with this. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. Come back again for the next Will It Crank and watch the lives on Mondays and Thursdays. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. See ya. Stay cranky.